Are we going live? Are we live? We got people.
We have
Welcome
zero
everyone.
viewers at the moment. Once we have a couple more, I will go on mute and we can resume.
Nice. All right. Well, we could just for recording sake though. Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
We got rugged in our first attempt. It's okay. We lost video. We had a great run going, but this gives us a chance to do it even better. Um, I'm Johnny, Hodl the Future. We're doing D&D DFK, aka Degens Degens and Dragons. Yeah, that's what we call ourselves. Um, we have some people. Flu, tell the people on the internet where you guys are at.
And you're gonna have to forgive me. Say that again.
Where are you at?
Oh, we are at East Denver right now.
Excellent. So we've done a couple sessions, like two or three sessions already. Two, I think. Usually people are in their respective, undisclosed homes with cool backgrounds. This time we have a chunk of people in Denver for a little get together powwow. I don't not powwow, a get together, and but we still have a couple other folks. Rough Ripper across the pond in the UK. Um, and I'm in the Great North of the United States as well. So we've been doing a Dungeons and Dragons based in DFK, which means our adventurers started in the Inner Grove. If you don't know the background, the Inner Grove is a sanctuary for Gaia's devout followers. They were in Gaia itself. They started, all the people started going towards industry and technology and getting away from the nature of, and the beauty of the neutral space that nature provides. And so she pulled back her followers and let nature take over Gaia, essentially. And it has returned to its natural state. And so the loyal faithful are being summoned back into Gaia. And that's what they did last session. Um, on their way to be summoned in, they took a ship together. They met some unsavory characters that looked like Dread Knights. They were a tough crew. And they came across some goblins that killed an elf. They killed the goblins. They checked the elf, and there was a letter tucked away. Um, and let me just make sure. Are we live? We good? Or am I just random? We good? Can anyone check the stream?
I'm trying. I don't see it.
All right, we're live.
We're live now.
It says we're live. Hope we're live.
Okay.
Yes, we have confirmation that we're live. So on that elf, they got a letter that was later translated by Rough Ripper, who's an half elf. It said, Lazul has returned. They must be warned. So now they are the carrier of that letter as they head to Sarandale. We don't know what they're going to do with it yet. So when they were summoned into Sarandale, they immediately found themselves in the middle of a battle. A goblin had literally killed the person that summoned them in. So they immediately got into battle. One of the characters fell, and I'm going to have everyone introduce their characters here in a moment, and was revived. They killed the goblin. They went looking, maybe there was another one, and they came across a ghost called Booby. Booby left in a fear, but left behind a wedding ring. They picked up the wedding ring and headed back into town. For the first time, I should say, headed into town of Sarandale. In Sarandale, they saw a huge commotion outside of the bank, aka the jeweler. And as they approached the bank, it was clear that the bank, there's a run on the bank. Everyone wanted their jewel out of there. And the banker said, we don't have it right now. Come back tomorrow. It's all backed. Don't worry. You're all good. And the crew pulled aside the banker before he escaped back into the bank. And they said, hey, what's going on? And he confided in them that the bank had been robbed and they had no jewel. And he sent them to say, hey, if you guys could get some of that back, there'd be a huge reward. So our adventurers have a few options. Okay. It's their first night in Sarandale. They can track down the jewel thief. They can see what's going on with Booby and this ghost in this little ring. They could learn more about this Lazul character. one of our characters, Usagi, rolled a nat 20 on her understanding of who that was, and it is indeed a necromancer. Just the sound of the name sent chills through her spine.
Can we turn off this maybe?
So that's what our characters have. Let's have our characters introduce themselves real quick, starting with you, Rough Ripper.
So, I'm Haldife Rough Ripper, and I'm a half elf, and I'm a druid, and I like nature and Gaia and all of that kind of jazz. Yeah, all these guys, we were kind of just summoned in together. We were on a ship. Some guys smashed my head in. That was bad. I got revived by the party. So that was nice. But yeah, I'm just here for the adventure, and I like nature, being a druid. So, gonna see what Gaia has in store for this new land. And you know, it's about the friends you make on the way, isn't it? So let's have a good time.
Beautiful. So a friendly druid wanting to commune with nature now that nature has been restored to Gaia. Beautiful. Up next, we have Velour. Tell us about your character, Velour.
I'm a rogue and a ne'er-do-well, running from my past in the Inner Grove, and on the ship over to the portal for Sarandale, I picked a fight with the wrong ship captain and was lucky enough to be restored to health by Usagi while Ultimisha bargained for my life, essentially. And so after that, I decided it was good to stay near them for my own health. So Beautiful. Here I am.
And the person who saved you and has pretty much been the hero so far would be Usagi. Usagi, tell us.
Hey, I'm Usagi Tsukino. I am a noble from an unidentified kingdom. I have been traveling alongside my childhood friend, Ultimisia, and I fight for justice and love. And here we are. I'm enjoying making my friends in our company.
Beautiful. And you like the moon, right?
Yeah, I like the moon.
The moon.
I mean,
we all like the moon.
I don't know why.
But you really like the moon.
I really like the moon.
Would you say that you have an oath to the moon?
I might have an oath to the moon.
Okay.
Who can say at this point? Because I'm still level 1, but who can say?
Right.
Who can say? And we have a guest who might not be in every session, and it is his first session, Ogre. Ogre, you have a new character. Tell us a little bit about that character.
What's up, man? It's Ogre brought Goblin Slayer, which curiously enough has brought me back after I heard about the troubles with the goblin and the summonings. Typically, I'm a ranger. I live in solitude in the woods. I prefer nature to humans just because it's more predictable. The rules are more standard. Eat or be eaten, survive, deal with your surroundings. Less of a head game and more of just natural love and beauty to balance it out. So I prefer the solitude, but I do enjoy having my comrades. And now that my friends have come back to Sarandale, sounds like we're going to be causing some ruckus for a little while.
Absolutely. So yeah, you were tracking the goblins that have been pestering Sarandale. You were the first to discover them. You don't know where they came from, but you've been tracking them, and that's how you met this crew. They killed the goblin that you had been tracking, and so you've been following them for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And then last but not least, Flu, tell us about your character.
So I'm Ultimisia McPherson. As Usagi mentioned, I've been childhood friends with her, and I am kind of down on my luck right now, but I was rich in the old land, and now I've come to the new land to seek my fortune. Initially, I didn't trust my friend over here very much. He seems a bit shady.
But I am a bit shady.
So. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But shady on our side.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So since then, we've made some new friends, and we have Ogre here, and we're gonna be looking into this jewel theft issue. Although I'm not sure which direction we're gonna take it yet. So we'll have to discuss that as a team here.
Yes. Yep. And before we got rugged in our previous recording, which you could probably find somewhere in the archives, you were talking to the banker, and the banker is like, hey, can you help me out here? It's getting close to evening. Obviously, this is a pressing issue. If the economy collapses this early into the return of settlers into Serendale, it could be catastrophic. I mean, supply chain, inflation could go out through the roof, all this stuff that could happen. That's happening in the real world here in the United States and across the world. Could happen here in Serendale, and that's the last thing we want. So it's important. And he says, will you help me out?
Yeah.
And then.
Before we
What's
agree or
in it
not
from?
to help you, shady banker, you're the only person in the room shadier than me, by the way, and that's a feat. Before we agree whether or not to help you out, we need some expectations. Do you even have any leads on where this jewel's gone or who might have wanted to rob you?
Sure.
He doesn't want to rob the bank.
Who has the means, though?
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
He goes,
opportunity.
he goes, well, come in. He closes the door and locks it behind you, and he says, I haven't found any clues, but you seem like insightful, intelligent, and perspective people. Perceptive, not perspective people. You were perspective people before you got summoned. But come back. And he brings you
right
to
here.
the back. Oh, there you are. He brings you to the back, and he says, this is where it all used to be. And he opens a vault door, and there's nothing in there. He's like, there used to be piles of jewel in here. I don't know how they got in here, much less how they got out of here carrying all this stuff. Like, it's just ridiculous. And I just realized this morning. I've been so horrified in contact with King Satstart to try to get these funds secured and insured that I haven't even had a chance to look.
So you haven't told the king yet about the funds?
No, I did. It's all secured, which everyone's it's insured, backed by the crown. They don't need to worry about their deposits. They'll come back if they need something.
So I want to walk into the vault and just kind of feel around, make sure it's not there.
Yeah,
and we just can't see it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's
Let's,
some sort of a perception roll I can run to see if it's
Let's
in
all
there. Are there any
roll,
clues or anything I can find?
Johnny, I can't use my fantasy grounds right now either, so you're gonna have to roll for me too. You might
All
have
right,
to
let me
take care of
roll
everyone's
some rolls
characters
for you.
I can roll.
so perception checks across the board.
Yes.
Is what you're saying. So they all come in and they're going to start feeling the walls.
Actually, can I
looking
do
around.
detect magic too?
Yes, that would be a great idea.
Oh yeah, that'd be really smart.
I also
Oh.
want to detect magic to see if there's been any sort of like illusion cast here.
Ultimecia rolls a natural 20.
Nice.
First
Good
roll of
job.
the session. Let's see who else is. So Ogre, you're rolling a decent roll, a 14 natural, and I think you have some modifiers on that. Rough Ripper with a 15. So you're on it. Ultimisa with a keen wizard's eye notices a faint glowing on the back of the vault. A faint glowing of some sort of script, maybe something to read.
Okay.
Ooh,
Well, let's.
what does it say?
Do we know which language it's in?
You'll have to get closer.
All right. Let's move that direction, and let's see what it is. Do you want to sneak up?
I'm
and
gonna hold
see it?
back a little bit.
Yeah, I'll try and sneak. Well, yeah, sure. I'll try and take a look at it. Then once Ultimecia points it out, see if I can
Actually,
recognize
be
anything
most
about it.
agile and dexterous, be able to get out of there.
If it explodes, I'll be the.
Yeah.
And
So
if we
you-
lose him, it's just him.
Can you?
If you
do
lose
have any
him,
way of
it's
detecting
just
if it's a
him.
magical trap and diffusing it?
I mean, we could use Mage Hand, but that doesn't really help with like
Well,
vision.
If I accidentally get locked in the vault, as long as I survive till they put the jewel back in, I'm happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just scream.
This is
All
a
right, so you're
calculated
gonna go
risk.
and read it. You're just gonna go read it.
I'll go try and read it.
All right. As soon as you start reading it, it looks like the words they first are floating out at you in a gaseous green gas that then poofs into your face. You're gonna need to roll a save, a Constitution save.
Oh, I'm not good at that.
Can I ask, is that the same green gas that came out of the
I
box?
was gonna ask the same thing.
The boost
Uh-huh.
you'll
You
do.
Yeah,
rolled green
yeah.
gas before. You're not sure at this point, but Rough Ripper, or no, I just rolled for Ultimecia. I should roll for Velour. Let me double check here. Constitution save. You get a +2 to your save. I'm rolling the 20, and you got an at. You're at 20, so 18 plus 2. You shake off whatever it was.
I think that gas is good for you. I feel better.
As health benefit.
But there's also a message in your head. It says, I found the flaw in your security. I will return the funds, but you must find me first. Come to the caves in the mountains east of the castle, and you will find me. That's the message you get in your head.
Awesome. All right, so it sounds like
This
we
is
have a
clear-
field trip,
Yeah.
right?
This is clearly a cry for attention.
Obviously.
It's a cry for attention.
I mean,
Your
my
friend.
wizardry was actually developed first in the School of Psychology, right? And it seems like someone is having some probably abandonment issues, and they're taking control of that, and they're then forcing that on others by having that. Anyway, let's go check all this out, man. Let's get this taken care of.
Yeah, so I always stop by Serendale, see if we can pick up a psychologist or something, bring him along.
Yeah, therapist.
We'll get the jewel bag, leave the
Hold
psychologist.
on, what if we just get a
don't
therapy animal and bring it to the caves?
Is
Trade it for the jewel.
Animal.
I'm pretty sure I have
Yeah.
a pony somewhere.
Is
Yeah.
there
Alright,
a
so-
cure repressed trauma spell?
Can I lay on hands for that trauma?
Yeah.
All right, so after all that commotion, I gather that you want to pick up a therapist and head to the mountains. Like any normal,
and a support animal.
Yeah.
We need a support animal too, just in case.
Yeah, like any normal D&D campaign, we're going to solve the monetary issues and give a therapist to every demon and
I think it's important to recognize the importance of mental health.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
2022, man.
Well, and its place in driving crime, right?
Right.
Yeah. So we need a therapist for Lazul as well, so you better start working on that.
That guy's beyond saving. We're just gonna have to kill him.
He's a necromancer.
You're gonna have to kill him.
That's probably a martial issue. We're not looking into societal change for that one.
Terminator
good,
King.
good.
That guy.
All right, so you have your drum circle, you think about it, and you're gonna head in the mountains. Do you tell the banker this?
I want to. Before we head to the mountains, though, we should consider that night is coming, and do we need to stay somewhere?
We have a
first?
ranger here now with us to guide us through the wilderness
That's
by
true.
night, if we want to.
Sleep would probably be good at some point, though. And
Yeah,
beds
what
are
do you
better
want to
than
do? Do you want to
woods.
leave now?
I'm
Do you
cool.
wanna
Well,
ask the banker?
can our one jewel buy us a room at the inn here? I don't know.
Should we go to the tavern and find out something about these caves first?
I think that
That's
a good idea.
I
Yeah.
feel like we should talk to people.
Yep.
to-
See, look at
The
him.
tavern.
He's saving us again.
We never went to the king. The king might have some info too about those caves.
Yeah, and the
all right.
banker. Let's ask the banker.
Let's let me see if you want to go to the tavern and ask around.
That's
Is
always
that what
fun.
I'm hearing? There is a tavern. It's across the street. Not too far. Let me double check to make sure that is in fact where it is.
Yeah, you want the tavern right there after everyone deposits their pay in the bank.
Yeah.
So what you need to do
Location.
location. Yeah, so the jeweler is you actually passed the tavern on the way here. You passed the tavern from the portal. The tavern's one of the first things you saw, but you heard the crowd on the other side of a big statue hollering in front of the jeweler, so you went over there. You could try to go gather some information there if you'd like. Or you can talk to the banker, see if he knows anything about the mountains, or you could just head out on your own. It's up to you.
Let's ask the banker before we leave about if he knows anyone in the mountains or if he's had any dealings or any trouble with anyone from the mountains.
Do you want to
Yep.
mention the caves?
I don't think we want to mention the caves.
We don't want to give him too
Yeah,
much
those are a
info.
little-
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want him to need us still.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Totally.
Yeah.
That's a
It's
book
good to
of
be-
business sort of thing.
Right.
All right, so you ask him where the mountains are. What is your exact question? The tavern, the banker says, so did you find anything?
Pardon?
The banker says, did you find anything in there?
Oh, we have a direction in which that we're planning to go. However, we need to know a few things from you. Mostly, do you have any enemies or friends, people that you may have considered allies, that are from the mountains nearby.
He goes, the mountains? No one goes to the mountains. Why would
No
you?
one goes to the mountains?
No. I mean, it's still wild there. The settlers. There might be a few adventurers or hunters that go there, but there's enough to do here in town. You can go foraging in the woods. You can go fishing down with Tom. You can even go mining or go gardening. Why would you go to the mountains?
I chuckle in the corner.
You chuckle at that.
Oh, well, now might be a good time to secure whatever our reward is going to be for returning the jewel too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want him to try. He's a banker.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Let me
Do we want to do it now, or do we want to do it when it's sitting all in front of him and say, how much how much do you actually want this?
Yeah, then he has physical access to it.
Through
Yeah,
us.
and he could be like guards, but he could be,
We don't
we're,
know.
we're newbies in
Yeah,
town.
that's
Yeah.
true. That's
We
true.
don't know what this do. All right, so before we leave, though, buddy, let's go ahead and talk about compensation.
And some upfront so we can get supplies for this adventure.
We are going to need a retainer to go ahead and start to fund this journey because, as you mentioned, no one goes up to the mountains. It's going to be a difficult journey for us. We want to be able to properly equip ourselves. We're very new in town. We just got off of the boat to Sarandale,
We need some donkeys for supplies.
and we're gonna need like a pack mule. We're gonna need some equipment.
We gotta hire a
all this
therapist.
We gotta-
Donkey, come here.
Need some
We
tea.
have some other ancillary needs.
Okay. He says,
Can't pick up a sport dog.
you see the banker's demeanor change as he kind of kicks into business mode, as any good banker. And he says, perhaps. He says, I do have a mode of transportation for you. I will need some sort of security deposit, though.
Your security deposit can be considered the fact that we're helping you.
He says, I'm not so trusting. Maybe.
Like,
How
guys asked for
about
help,
the
right?
fact that we're not telling the angry mob outside that the bank has no jewel?
He goes, okay, he said. All right. He goes, I'll give you my 2 horses. You can borrow my 2 horses. That'll make travel a lot faster.
Driver.
That's all I can do. He goes, that's all I can do.
That's all you can do. We still need supplies.
You can't
though.
write out a writ of debt redeemable at the bank so we can get supplies in town.
Oh, when you get, well, okay. I'll tell you what. If you return the funds to me, I will give you each 1,000 jewels.
Okay, yeah, but as my esteemed colleague here pointed out, we need something now to get the supplies we need to get your jewel back.
I will let you borrow against your 1,000 jewel at, say, 5%.
Say what?
5%.
What? Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. Is
Hey,
this guy trying to charge
wait,
us interest?
I have a question. How much jewel are you missing?
Yeah.
Well, he says, that room was pretty much full of it.
Well, if that
So
room-
about how much? I mean, do you know how much was in there?
Well, yes, that's, I don't like to divulge.
But then we don't
accounts
know how much we're
numbers.
looking
How
for.
do we know we get it all if
Right.
we don't
Yeah.
know the number?
He says, fine. There was like 50 million jewel in there.
Well, yeah, I think
So
that you can
50
afford.
million jewel. I think you can pony up a little more than
also,
1,000. And
I-
number 2, we ain't paying no interest, dude.
Yeah, I
We're
think
helping you out.
I think
So if you don't want to pay us for your help, or for our help, and get you your jewel back, deuces.
All right.
We got to
All
talk
right.
again.
All right, he says.
I
If
think
you return the
1,000 jewel
jewel-
each is a pretty low ball offer for risking
Yeah,
our lives to return his 15 million.
50 million.
He
I
says,
mean,
fine,
you just
fine,
gonna
fine,
take
fine,
the 50
fine,
million
fine.
and not come back.
He goes, fine.
We
I'll
could
give
go
you
to Crystaldale.
He's starting
Taking
to
all my
sweat.
toys and I'm going to Crystal Vale.
He's starting to sweat. He says, okay. Well, how about 1 million jewel each?
Sounds a
I
little
mean,
better.
Sure.
And we can borrow it against it, and we can borrow against it with no interest.
I'll find someone else. I'll just find someone else. He goes, like, you know what? I'm done for. The king starts going to have my head.
I actually want to see if this dude is lying to us about the 1 million jewel each. It sounds a little too good to be true.
Yeah.
True. It also
He jumped 1,000-fold in his
Yeah,
offer.
Right?
You don't.
This is crypto blood.
1,000x, that's nothing.
That's still a unicorn.
It almost seems like the compensation to this team is too good right up front, and so like it's gonna be a thing where I'm gonna need to see if you're lying.
All right, so you're saying you're rolling an insight check?
Yeah.
We're good at negotiating.
All right, so
That's very good.
Ultimecia is feeling suspect. Very sus. This guy's getting sus. Let's roll an insight check. It's an 11 plus 3 for the proficiency, bring it to a 14. I need to roll for the banker real quick.
Can any else of us assist or also use our insight to see? Because there's something smells fishy about the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
I'll roll one other for Velour.
You've probably got the highest perception.
I don't have a great wisdom.
Velour
I'm
does
not.
about the same. Rolls a 12 plus 4, that's a 16. And you both gather that this banker is not even 100% sure you're going to return from this. So $1 million or 1,000, he'll deal with it later. You know, sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. Just get him out here. Go find the jewel, and we'll sort it out later.
Once we mentioned telling the crowd, he's like, "I'll promise him anything." Just
All right.
Yeah, just go get the jewel.
All right. Well, that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
All right.
For $5 million each. Maybe he's just trying to get rid of us.
Well, we only recover.
That's not even half of it.
What if we're only able to recover like $1 million?
All right. So we're now 20 minutes into session, and we're almost done with negotiating our fee with the banker.
I'm here. Ultimecia is here. Okay, this is always going to be the way that it was. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So you agree to $1 million each and 2 horses to see you out the door.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
What's a dollar?
All right. He says, "Okay, my horses are tied up just around the corner." They respond to Wen and Lambo.
Well,
And,
Wen and Lambo, let's go. Let's go ahead and head to the tavern. We can tap the horses out there. And
So if we yell now, do they both come running?
I think Ogre, you should start the scouting in the tavern, and we'll kind of follow your lead on that. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Ripper, what do you think, buddy?
That sounds good to me.
All right.
Probably better
like
off
a
scouting in the
tavern.
woods, but I'll do the tavern.
All right. So you're headed to the tavern. Let me. Where is this? I don't want to show anything that I don't want people to see.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Ah,
You're in a tavern.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's all done.
I gotta grab your characters as well.
Yeah, this is like built in.
Velour, Usagi, Ultimecia, Rough Ripper, and Ogre. You're in a tavern. And let's throw in some other people. We're just going to use Theater of the Mind for that. So do you want to go to the bar, or do you want to talk to the agent?
Let's go ahead. Are there any other NPCs? I mean, we got the agent. Let's go ahead and talk to the agent.
All right.
what's the vibe right now? Is it busy? Is it music? What's happening?
You know, the vibe is see these empty chairs? They all have an adventure in them. You know, you feel like maybe some people are making deals, arranging sales of goods. Some people are just, you know, relaxing after a long day in the mines. It's a mixed crowd. No unsavory characters. There's a barkeep that seems like he knows everybody.
I'm gonna go flirt with the barkeep.
Oh my god.
All right. Venetia goes to flirt with the barkeep. We'll see how that goes. And then Ogre, you said you went to the agent. Who else is going to the agent?
I want to go kind of sit at the bar, but kind of listen in to what's going on with those deals.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same as well.
Everyone's going to the bar except for Rough Ripper, or except for Ogre.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Ogre, the agent says, "Welcome. I haven't seen you here before. Would you like a room?"
No. How much are the rooms each night?
She says half a jewel a night.
Half a jewel a night, so we could stay the night before we set out if we wanted to.
Probably a good idea.
Have you seen anybody coming in here who's especially unsavory? I know it's a tavern and we got heroes from all over the place, but anybody come in here that really caused notice that you picked up on them, or you didn't like their feeling, or I don't know, anything interesting going on lately?
She says, funny that you say that. We had this morning some really scary looking fellas in all black armor with swords that just drug across the floor. You can see they scratched it up over there. These swords must have been 8 feet long. Very impractical. But they came in. They didn't say a word to each other or to us. They put down their money. We gave them food. They took a chicken, fed it to a wolf outside, and they didn't let anyone else come in while they were in here, and then they left. Real unsavory folks. Why? Why do you ask?
Just curious. We just came into town. I'm usually out in the woods, and I try to come and just collect information when I come to town. I'm just curious what's going on.
Yeah,
Anything
that's
I can help with?
most people here are friendly and adventurous, you'll find, but you know, I feel like there are some unsavory people here, and they usually stand out like a sore thumb. I'm glad you're looking out. So, do you want that room?
How many beds does it have?
You can start haggling over this now too. For the next 30 minutes.
For the
Well,
next
I don't
hour,
have
you
any
can
money.
see.
I don't have any money, but let me go check with Daddy. He might want it.
Yeah.
By the way,
No.
for anyone in the audience not familiar, Ogre over here actually is a validator on the Harmony Network. You still have all that Binance for one, right?
Yeah, I've got a delegation from him.
Yeah. So he's one of the largest validators on Harmony. He's all about his business.
Oh, he's all about the business. We
Yeah.
made a huge mistake here.
What? Wait a minute.
All right. So she says, yeah, it's got bunk beds. You know, this is just, you know, you can get 10 people in there and pile in, and it's half a jewel for the whole room.
Nice. All right. Well, let me go check with my buddies and grab a beer. I'm kind of hungry. I just wanted to say hey. I'm sure we'll probably be back later.
She says, thank you.
Thank
so
you.
you head back over to the beer, and now you are all circled around the barkeep.
All right.
Who's
That's perfect. It was like meant to
saying
be. There's
what?
5 seats.
I have 1 jewel. If that can get us rooms and food for the night, that would be
Yeah.
room and
so
food.
I was flirting with the bar.
Yeah,
So right.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Let's see how that went. How did that go?
I also
all
want
right?
to roll.
So
perception check.
give me a little role play. I'm not just rolling that. The barkeep says, "Hello, welcome.
That was a dude.
Hit on
What
it.
can I get you?"
I'm a girl.
Oh, you're a girl?
Yeah, I'm a girl.
Lady.
Oh,
Hey,
know that.
how's it going?
That's what he's saying. He says, "Hi." I already
Well
said hi.
met. Well met indeed. So this fine establishment is really, really amazing. How long have you been working here?
You asked about the weather next? Jesus, man.
I know.
Yeah, he says, "Wow, I've never heard that." He says, "I never heard that before. No one's ever asked." And he kind of bats his eyes.
Let's just show my cleavage.
That's not how it works.
Take the shortcut.
That's
take the
not
shortcut.
how it works.
I need advice.
That's not how it works. I'd like to interject with a woof and then just kind of go back to my business.
I may have to pass off the flirting to you.
What do I
Well,
We've been
I didn't come
childhood
over here to
friends.
He
flirt.
doesn't know how to be a woman, dude.
I don't-
Walk
I don't know
up
how to-
there, flick your hair, kind of open up your shirt a little bit. and say,
listen. I will not let these tropes go on in my game. He doesn't even realize you're flirting. Lucky for you, because you're so deft at it, or not deft at it. So, he says, "Are you guys gonna get a drink?"
Yeah. Let's
be nice.
have you handle that part.
Yeah, so we were actually looking for rooms as well. Me and my companions looking to, rest and relax here for the night before we move on tomorrow to our great and heroic adventurers that
He says, great and
Ultimisha and
heroic.
Usagi lead the way, and good people to know over here, by the way.
Yeah.
He goes, great and heroic. What are you doing? There's not much to
That's,
do.
that's,
I mean,
cla- that's classified. King Sad starts sworn us to silence. So
King Set starts, huh? Yeah, I know him. We go way back.
How do you know him?
He's the king.
He's a king.
You can tell he doesn't really know him. He's kind of full of it. But he says, oh, okay, that's cool. Your business is your own. Yeah, you can stay here for half a jewel a night. All right, and he gets you all.
Can we get the? Does staying here include a meal and drinks, or is that extra?
Well, that'd be extra, of course. But we'd be happy to make you some fish.
Can you cover room and food for me and my companions and drinks for a jewel? Total?
Yeah, for sure.
And breakfast.
Yes, and breakfast.
You want to leave?
We expect the continental breakfast.
Right. I mean, Sailor
And
Moon Party
breakfast.
Hub at it again. Let's go.
All right. He says, fine, that's fine. You guys spraying a good amount. You seem like no one I want to be cross with.
I'll
Sure.
slide my jewel across the table to the friend of the king barkeep.
I look
All right.
seductively at the jewels and slide across the table.
All right,
Jewel
so he
does not
says, yeah.
respond.
Just like the barkeep.
Yeah, he's like, you guys are really
Yeah,
weird, but
I can
I'll
glint
get
it
you a
at you.
drink.
That's a more of a response.
He gets you a drink and he heads over out of sight to looks like maybe prepare some food, and he comes back with some food, and it's a big red fish you haven't seen before, all steamed and delicious.
Oh, what is?
Bloater? Are we eating bloater?
What type of fish is this, Barkeep?
Well, he said that's sailfish.
Sailfish.
Oh, we got
wow.
the good stuff.
We got the.
Very nice.
Sailfish isn't red. That's the expensive stuff, liar.
Well, you paid a full jewel.
Fact check.
Very good.
Sailfish is the expensive one. He said it was red. This is definitely floater, bro. This is.
He says, no, I don't sell bloater here, not for what you pay.
Can I ask what I've overheard so far?
Oh, so you've been listening on business transactions at the table. Let's see, we're Rough Ripper. So there's a table behind you with a candle, with two people sitting, and they seem like they're discussing, they're haggling over selling an egg, and you don't understand, the significance of that, but they don't trust each other, and they don't know what that's worth. They don't even know what's in it. So it's a very strange interaction between the two.
Do they seem friendly?
They seem like they've never met each other. They just met up here to do business.
Okay.
And they're both, holding their cards close to their chest. One doesn't want to overpay. One thinks he's got something really special.
Can I ask them about the egg?
Sure.
Yeah. So
So
I
you
will go
turn
to the
around and
thing.
interrupt them?
yeah, why not? Let's see what's
Okay.
happening. So I turn around and say, "Hey guys, what's all this talk of an egg?"
They both look at you and they say, what are you buying or selling?
I would like to know what they are.
He goes, oh, well, we've been finding these things around every once in a while. Some are in the pond, some are in the garden, some are in the mines, and some are in the woods. And when you find them, you want them. And they're not common, but we don't know what's in them or when they're coming out. And there's a whole market speculating on what could be in these things, and we're buying and selling and trading.
That's cool. Are you normally here?
Yeah, always. Sometimes I go over to the other side of town, and there's a little hangout there. A little shadier. This is more legit. Always do deals in the tavern, he says.
What's the shady side of town?
Oh, you don't want to go there. Like I said, always do deals in the tavern.
We'll stay in the tavern. That sounds like good advice. Yeah. Okay. Well, it was nice to meet you.
All right.
Very good.
You let them go about their business?
I do indeed let them go about their business.
All right. So at this point, you guys have had your meal. It's getting late. It's time for bed or to head out into the woods and sleep there. But since you've secured your bed, the bar is closing down. Last call happens, and you just want to spend the night here. The bar is closing down.
Seems
Yeah, I'm
smart.
good for turning in.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I figured as we're going to the like when we're in the room, I kind of want us to all like powwow about what our good gentleman investigated, what they overheard when we were talking, so that everyone gets the information.
Yeah, rough ripper. How did that listening in on everyone go? We were engaged in kind of our own conversation at the bar earlier, so we missed what you were talking about. Could you recap for us, please?
Yeah, no problem. I did overhear you flirting as well, which was something to behold.
Thanks.
Maybe I've been out the game for too long, but that's not how I do it. Anyway, so I was just chatting to these fine folk over here, and they were saying there are some eggs that keep popping up in the gardens and the mines and in some water. Yeah, and so these things seem to be everyone's speculating on them. They're just kind of appearing in certain areas at the moment, and there seems to be some kind of market for them. So nobody knows what they do or what they're really worth yet, but it seems to be something that everyone is interested in at the moment. So it's probably something to keep our eye on.
Yeah, so maybe if we come across any on our travels, we could keep those and maybe sell them a little bit later or see what they do.
I mean, I think if we have this main mission that we're on, if we have that actually be successful, we're not really going to be hurting for money. So maybe if we come along these eggs,
I just want to know what they are. I'm not saying get rid of them. I'm just saying like keep them and figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
And like,
we can buy them all with our millions of jewels.
If we needed to.
I hear that Lazul has never gotten an egg.
That's probably why I became a necromancer.
And
just great egg rage.
Yeah.
That's where his rage came from. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
It's common.
It's
He
turned
has
into
to compensate
darkness.
for his lack of eggs.
Yeah.
All right, so you have your egg conversation. You are heading to bed here?
Yeah.
All right.
And I let everybody else know what I found out talking to the agent about the dudes with the giant black draggy swords.
Oh yeah, we
And
can.
that
they
sounds
recognize-
like
We
those
can fill him in
Dread
at the
Knights,
Dread Knights. Yeah.
Yep. So there's some Dread Knight characters, and so the night passes uneventfully. It's morning. You get your complimentary breakfast without much fuss, and it's time to check out. Are you gonna head to the mountains, or are you going to do something else?
Yeah, check out. Do we want to go to the king or head straight to the
No, I don't want to
cave?
go with the king.
Then
I'm not really
That's
much one for the monarchy.
so what's up with the? Are we going to do anything at all about the necromancer there?
I think
We are, I think, but I think we're dealing with the whole
Bank
bank.
first.
I think we'll be in a better
Okay.
position to deal with the necromancer when we're rich.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that approach.
I did hear there is a shadier part of town from those guys, so we could either go there and find out about the necromancer first, or potentially we go up and go into the mountains.
I kind of like this plan over here of going and getting the jewel first. That way we've got what 5 million jewel among us, and we can summon an army to go take out the necromancer.
Yeah, I feel like everything's easier when you have jewel. It's just an instinct to have,
Sounds like how life works.
Pretty
I
much.
never have enough jewel.
Back when I had
That's what I'll disagree. You can have enough. Once you get to a certain point, it's like, why do you need more?
You can have enough, you can never have too much.
Yeah, there you go. I like it. I like it.
There you go. So you are going to head out towards the direction of the mountain, which you can see. You don't know what to expect there. You don't know what you're going to find. But the message in your head, Velour, left an impression as well where you might go. You have this intuition that if you head to the mountains and just follow your senses, you're going to make it.
I appreciate your help.
We're all gonna make it.
I'm
I'm just having drug-induced hallucinations on where to go into the mountains. You know, nothing, no big deal. Everyone follow me.
Yeah. So
I'll follow.
That always goes
I see shiny lights in the sky going the same direction.
So Rough Ripper, can you? I don't know what level druid you are, but you can't transform into any animals yet, can you?
I don't believe yet. I must
like level
first master more craft.
Okay.
I
You
believe.
think about it.
Did I
You
get
wish
my
you could.
braces of brachiation?
So a couple. Are you bringing the horses?
Those are important to me.
I think we should bring the horses.
Yeah,
we can
should
put
definitely
things
bring
on
horses.
horses.
Yeah, well,
and
I'm not
things
carrying back
companion.
all the jewel.
Yeah,
We're not,
we need some donkeys and
Listen.
stuff too, guys. Like, how are we in?
As a paladin, I feel like I should ride one of these horses. I don't know. It just feels very.
So, yeah.
Does
So
anybody have a bag, a never-ending bag of whatever? Was that
no,
called?
we're
Bag holding,
yeah,
there we go.
we're pretty much fresh off the
Okay.
regular equipment list. So
Oh wow, so I don't have my bracers.
We're very early.
We
Yeah.
have like.
Okay.
You're
Oh, should
early.
we
Good
go
morning.
Oh, we
you
don't have
have-
any jewel.
I
The
invest
horse-
like an ape and buy all of the magical equipment I can.
Rutherford, what did you say?
I was just thinking, we only have our bare bones equipment, don't we? And we're heading into the mountains.
Yeah.
Hey,
Cool.
you're
Let's do
going.
it.
You got a horse, and it actually has.
we
a
do
big
have like
wagon.
rope and stuff though. We had it
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, we've done some stuff, and we've got Ogre McGoblin Slayer
true.
over here,
Yeah, you got.
and
lots.
he can be used as bait.
I have a bedroll.
Wait a
We're
minute.
good.
I don't like this plan anymore.
So you get the horses. Wen and Lambo. They actually go. They hook up to a wagon. And the banker, he sees you and he says, "Hey, I want you guys to have this," and he hands you a chest. It's like like this. He goes, "This is for the jewel. Put it in here."
All of it.
What?
It's all
He
gonna
says,
fit
yes,
in
yes,
there.
yes. It'll all fit. And he hands it to you. He puts it in the back of the wagon,
We're gonna just
and
hold it.
you guys can all pile in, and off you go. Who's got the reins?
I think one of these two, right? Yeah. Well, there's two horses that maybe the ranger and the paladin might be the best candidates to ride the horses.
Well,
They'll be
they're
pulling
towing
the
the
wagon.
wagon.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
yeah,
got the wagon.
yeah.
I'm
So,
scouting off ahead. I'm in the
I'll
woods.
tell you right now, a ranger or a druid is probably gonna have the best animal handling.
Yeah, I can handle animals. I like animals. They're nice.
If you want to do that, I'll run point out in the woods ahead of the wagon. Make sure we're not walking into an
I'm
ambush.
just standing there pointing in the direction the divisions are telling me to go.
Excellent.
I'm like
Rough Ripper.
guard duty. I'm guarding everybody in the wagon.
All right, you make quite the entourage. I love
Yeah.
it. So Rough Ripper has a +5 to his
was
animal.
tweeting about our mission. Making sure we get support along the way.
Rough Ripper, he did pretty well in his animal handling check. It takes him a second to get him going, but once they go, they're cruising along, and takes you about. You're just following the intuition in your head, and about 8 hours into the journey, the grade is starting to slope up. The fog coming down the mountains is starting to kind of shroud your view. It's not going, you can't see quite as far as you did, and it all gets very quiet as the hustle and bustle of the city is far behind you. No more hammering of the buildings or clamoring of people or carts and horses. It's just you. As you're traveling, I would like everyone to make a perception check.
I can actually roll for myself.
I will roll for Ultimecia.
If you want to roll that 20 for me, go ahead.
She does have the
Gets
best,
a
the best dice.
I have it. Yeah.
The best virtual dice.
So you said we're doing perception, right?
Yeah.
Ogre gets a 2.
What?
Velour, you got a 7.
Get over
not
my
bad.
feet. Eat it.
Damn.
Rough Ripper got a 20. Rough Ripper, who is has the reins, sees not anything, but the horses start to make a little bit of glance to the left.
So we're about to get
Nervous
ambushed.
kind of
Two
tug
goes
to the right.
over us.
Rough Ripper got a high roll. He'll hopefully point it out.
I get the feeling that we're not alone.
Oh,
Something's up.
What would you like to do? Would you like to keep the cart going, or would you like to stop?
I think we should stop.
Can-
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna hide.
In the wagon or out of the wagon?
What is there any like rocks or any debris on the ground for me to hide?
Yeah,
Hide behind her.
what's our surroundings?
Yeah.
You can't see very far, maybe 40 feet in every direction as the mist is really starting to settle in. You right now to you have, you know, it's not a dense forest, but there are trees beset on each side, and you're kind of just weaving through them on your way.
I'll hide not too far off the road, but in the woods, right off the path, as close to the party as I can.
So basically, by me.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
And a
both
couple
jump
of
off
us-
the wagon.
Right.
Yeah, a couple
We'll
of us
flank
should wait
him
around the
out.
wagon, right? Because we don't want to leave that on its own.
So you hop off, and you notice, Rough Ripper, from behind a tree steps a very tall looking elf. And this elf looks like no elf you've seen before, though. Its skin is very dark. Its eyes are like glinting yellow. It almost looks uncomfortable in the sunlight, and would prefer to stay in the shade of the tree it's next to. And it says, "What are you doing here, travelers?" in common tongue.
Common. Well, we're off on an adventure. What's your name, friend?
Because that's not important now. I would like to know what you're doing headed to the mountains. That is where you're going, is it not?
Oh, very, very perceptive of you. Yeah, we're just on a nice outing. We just thought we'd go see what's up in the mountains, really. What are you doing here?
Because I live in the mountains, as
Oh.
do my people, the Drow. We have made refuge in those mountains, while everyone else abandoned us. And now you return and you want to come take the mountains?
Oh no, that's not what we're here for. We're just looking around, getting the lay of the land. You know. How come? What happened to your people? Why did they get shunned into the mountains?
Shunned? Because we prefer, us proud Drow, live in the Underdark. You all live up in the light. We live in the dark. I've been in both worlds, but I'm very concerned about the reemergence of people from the Inner Grove coming here to spoil the land again, coming to our mountains to do who knows what, exploiting our resources. It's fair for me to ask you what you're doing here.
I mean, personally, I'm just a humble druid who likes nature, and I was fed up also with the way the Inner Grove was being taken over by machines and greed, and so I only got here into Serendale literally a few days ago. So I'm just wandering around, getting in touch with nature again, and
He
happen to
says you're
stumble
in touch
across
with
you.
nature, huh?
I love nature.
You're here for nature. So what is your business exactly with the cart?
The carts. Well, there's a group of us, and it was easier to travel in a cart than to all walk on foot.
And what is your business?
Personally, I'm here to see the lay of the land. You can ask the others what they're up to.
No. Listen, roll a deception. You rolled a 9 total. He says, "I call bullshit. What are you doing now?"
No need to lie on my behalf, Rough Ripper. Look, I'll be honest with you. He's helping me find a hideout as I'm on the run. All the way from the Inner Grove, we've been chased by these...
No, don't tell him.
But what if they come through? They need to know about the danger of the Dark Knights.
Roll deception.
Okay, good point.
Roll deception.
Uh-oh, here it goes. I got a 19. Natural.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what he got.
Okay.
But he says, bullshit. What are you doing here? And he makes some, his eyes kind of glance side to side, and he makes a slight bird.
All right, I guess you can't really lie to Dark Hills very well. Look, some guy stole some stuff from somebody else down in Serendale, and we're looking for it. And I breathed in some magic dust, and it told me it's up here in the mountains.
Breathing in magic dust, huh? And you say you want to return things to the natural order. What are you looking to return?
These like green rock things.
Jewel. You're here for Jewel.
Yeah.
So you're here to retrieve Jewel from the mountain. Some sort of thief took it from you.
I don't know that I'd call him a thief.
If I could, at this point during the conversation, I was out scouting ahead. Did they ever notice me, or can I
sorry, I wasn't clear about how
and go
far.
behind them?
They probably observed you, but didn't make a fuss. He probably would have. You wouldn't have seen him though. He's very sneaky. And he seems to be pressing at what you're getting at. You say you're going to return some jewel to the bank. He says, "I'll tell you what. I know where they took the jewel, and I will lead you there. But you must take it and immediately leave back to Sarandale."
Yeah,
Seems fair.
that seems fair to me.
He says, "You will have to leave your wagon here, though, for it is not a place accessible by horse and wagon."
Now, is this guy being full of shit?
Yeah, perception.
Yeah, roll perception.
I got a natural 9. I think I'm like +5 perception, +6. So
Yeah, you think he's telling the truth. Like he doesn't want you here. He wants you in and
That
out.
does look kind of.
So we just carry the chest, and it sounds like the chest of holding. If you said 50 million jewels in it.
Yeah.
He goes, "Don't worry about your horses. Well, they'll be looked after."
Okay. We are gonna have to take that chest with us to retrieve the jewel, but other than that, yeah.
All right. So you start following him as he takes you quickly through the woods. He's very light of foot. You're finding that you're only seeing his back as he like presses into the mist forward. You go to some switchbacks and you start going up the mountain, and eventually you come upon a cave. He says, "We've seen a lot of traffic coming in and out of here. We're not exactly sure what's inside, but we did have a scout overhear some discussion of stealing some jewel. So I imagine that you would find whatever you're looking for in here."
Oh, thank you. That was very convenient.
All right, 1 second. I'm gonna load you guys up into a map, which I hope works.
Do I know anything about the
That's-
drow
obviously he's not transferred.
being a half elf?
Yeah, you know that they live. They're elves that live under the water, or under the earth, not the water.
Okay.
All right, 1 second. Looking for the right map. Yeah, so you're at the mouth of the cave,
Okay.
and inside it is completely dark. You cannot see anything in there. Would
I have
you like
dark
to
vision.
Who has dark vision?
I do.
I probably do as well as a ranger.
I don't know what else. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and what else? Probably got some sort of mage light, don't you, as a paladin or
I
a
don't.
student?
The only thing I literally have right now. is-
Ultimisha can make a light. I think we have torches, but
I do have a torch.
Might as well save the mana then.
Okay.
what do your elf eyes see, Rough Ripper?
Yeah, what do my elf eyes see?
Rough Ripper, you head into the cave just a bit, and you can see that the initial entrance is a large cavernous area. You hear the dripping of water towards the back, but you hear nothing.
Can I roll a perception check to see? If
Or
there's
well, you
anything-
see nothing. Sorry, you see.
I see nothing.
You see nothing.
Is it just an empty space, or is there like rocks or pathways or?
Well, I'll show you. So,
Ah.
Rough Ripper. we'll put you in here. Let me share my screen. So yeah, I'm showing you more than I want you to see, but
It's okay. I can pretend.
all right, there you go.
Okay.
Do you see it on the zoom there?
I see it here.
Yeah, so you can see about that far. And you hear the water a little bit further above.
So I say to the other guys,
Well, given half of us can't see without light, might be best to get out a torch, right?
Mhm.
Some ways, yeah.
Hate to ruin your dark vision, but probably best if all of us can see.
I was just gonna say, like, guys, it's worth. I can't really see much. Well, I can see things, but there doesn't seem to be much to look at for the entrance. Grab a torch and come on in.
Yeah.
Grab a torch and come on in, and the water's fine.
The water's dripping. It's
The
fine.
water's dripping. All right, so you come in, and I'm probably gonna have issues with this mask, and it's gonna drive me crazy. But you can see about that far pretty well. Don't mind the actual light thing. There's like these weird barrier things I got to figure out. They're driving me absolutely bonkers. And it looks like there are a few tunnels that go other directions as you look. And as you kind of get the lay of the land, the water, you can see there's a pond up to the north, and then there's some trails or other pathways to the east and the west, and up a little bit towards the north there seems to be a couple as well. But the immediate room seems empty.
Are there any eggs knocking about?
Would you like to make
What?
a
Good question.
Eggs.
Yeah.
perception?
Perception.
Yeah.
So I'd like to use my tracking skill and look at the ground and see if there's any giant divots in the ground that might be indicative of enormous swords being drug in one direction or the other.
Or somebody dragging a ton of jewel.
Or somebody, yeah.
Yeah, that would be a nature check to do that. I will roll that for you.
You're a
You don't
ranger.
see any.
Those swords are
anything.
huge. You just gotta leave at least a 3-inch line in the dirt sand. You just follow the lines.
If it's them, it might not be. It might not be the Dark Knights. I think we should
That's
pin
true.
it on. I think we
Yeah.
should pin it on them anyway.
Oh, definitely.
You don't see anything.
Okay.
You see, I don't see anything.
You don't see. I mean, you don't see any dragging of swords in the. You see nothing significant on the cavern floor.
Should we make our way further into the cave?
Sure. There we go. That's what I want to get rid of. So this is what you can see. Oh, sorry. Shoot. Okay, now we're in business. So you can see pretty much everything that's in your line of sight. Unless you can't see, like Velour. Oops, sorry. Which way do you want to go?
Which way looks like it has more stuff going on? Does anything look shallow, or like, should we just pick a direction?
It's up to you guys.
What are you guys thinking?
My guess is there's a monster in the pool. So
Looks.
Stay away from the water.
yeah,
Okay, let's
And-
choose one of the directions that's not by the water.
As a ranger, like can I try to track again and look for any sort of indications of traffic, which way people might have been moving through this cave?
You in your first roll, you rolled kind of low. I'll be honest with you. So this is a new terrain to you. You're used to the forest floor. This is somewhat different.
Makes sense.
Terrain to you. You're used to the forest floor.
well, I guess we just forge ahead with our eyes peeled and hope not to die.
Hello.
So are we headed
So maybe we'll
in
keep.
the westerly
Yeah,
direction?
maybe we keep going northwest.
Sounds good to
Northwest.
me. Yeah.
All right, everyone, roll for initiative.
Ah, there you go.
Actually, I'll just go ahead and roll it for you,
Yeah.
because it would be difficult
Wait,
for
what?
everyone.
Initiative.
So, as you can see, here are our heroes.
Well, Ultimisha did pull out her torch I'm sorry, Usagi pulled out her torch when we did go in. So
okay, so you can see. Let me roll initiative for everybody. Roll all initiatives. Ultimisha is up first, and you see at the edge of the light to the north
Oh, she's not.
a black bear, a
Oh.
large black bear. And I won't.
At least
tell you-
it's really slow.
Yeah.
I'm hitting it with my bow and arrow.
It hasn't stirred yet. It's still
Not yet.
sleeping.
But I ready my bow and arrow.
we're gonna kill the mentally unstable guy's security
Oh
animal.
my god. Can we tame it?
I am a ranger. That's a good
Yeah,
question.
we have a ranger and a
Yeah.
druid. Maybe.
Yeah. What kind of options we got there for making a friend and bringing it with us?
Well, a ranger, you don't have any of your ranger spells yet. A druid might have some spells that could be useful.
I have. Where's it gone?
I have tame animal. Amazingly enough.
What are the things?
I didn't want fireball or ice bolt. I wanted to animal.
I do have animal friendship.
Hey,
Hey, as a
you
wood
wanna-
elf, I should have that skill natural. Or
Ooh, you
inherently.
know what? You might actually, as a wood elf.
Yeah, I know. Well, it used to be that I did. I don't know in version 5, 6, whatever we're
Let
on
me
now.
double check. Ogre.
Great.
Looking at your abilities here.
Salty magic book.
You have favored enemy. You have natural explorer. You have wanderer. Keen senses. Mask of the wild. What's that? You can hide special ways. You do not have any way to commune with this animal at this point.
That was what it's saying.
Yeah, I think that's what he is. Boo.
Rough Ripper.
Yep.
You, I imagine, as a druid, have you selected all of your
What version 2,
spells?
Hank?
You do have animal friendship.
I do have animal friendship. I could try and cast animal friendship.
All right. Animal friendship lasts for 24 hours. This spell lets you convince a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose a beast that you can see within range. It must see and hear you. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom save or be charmed for the spell's duration. If anyone harms it,
Bear friend, I suggest Mary.
it's over. So, would you
So
like to give it a shot?
Well, no, we should.
So we'd have to wake up the bear to ask it to be our friend.
I'm not exactly sure, but it's not a very smart bear.
Hey, before you do that, let's move the rest of the party up next to you, just in case.
Yeah.
Hey,
That'd
Rough
be
Ripper,
nice.
can we name the bear Ansem?
Yeah.
The bear, never wake the bear.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
poke it.
So you're gonna go ahead and just cast animal friendship on it?
Once the others have.
we want to get up next to him in case it doesn't work out so well.
Yeah.
That way.
I get my bow and arrow out and ready it just in case.
I put on my robe and wizard hat.
What have you been wearing?
She likes to travel naked. I don't know.
I'm cool with that.
All right. So you do cast it, and the bear needs to make a save, a wisdom save.
All the bear
How the bear fares.
Wait, where are you? Is that you in the bottom left corner? You're like you and I are the closest thing we get to a tank.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I usually position myself kind of near the front. So
Right.
All right.
She plays
So
a tank,
I do play a tank. I play a paladin.
Rough Ripper, what do you say as you cast the spell?
Hey, can we get the tank right up in front of Rough Rider, please?
Or at least next to him.
Yeah, I shouldn't be. in the
Bottom
front.
corner. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
All right, cool.
I say, oh great bear, we've come to offer our friendship to you. Will you join us?
The bear stirs and
We
turns.
got cookies.
We got
And it-
cookies.
In short positions you can take.
It walks right up to you quickly. Trots.
That's fine.
And it licks you in the face.
Ah, friendly bear.
Nuts.
Nice.
It's a friendly bear, but
Friendly for us.
because of our companion Usagi, how does the bear feel about Luna?
The bear, it has a huge bag of it.
Yeah.
It loves Luna.
Okay.
I pat the bear on the head just to make it feel good.
No, it feels very good. It's probably going to follow you around for, say, 24 hours.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Let's go find some Dread Knights and feed it.
Cool.
All right, so you have picked up
A bear.
a friend. You can't speak with this friend. There are some that can, but you do not have that ability right now. Where do you want to go?
Northwest has treated us well so far.
Yeah, I'd say keep going north.
Yeah, more
In
just
the
north.
main cavern there, but just go stay away from the water and see what else
maybe
we got in this
skirt
main
around,
room.
skirt around to the left side.
So you are headed more north, and you can see the pool now. And Rough Ripper, roll perception.
Yeah, there we
Damn it.
go. So we tried.
Kraken reaches out and pulls you into the water.
You see two eyes popping, two sets of eyes pop out of the water and look over to you. And then another two behind that.
More friends?
Do they look scary?
They look like glowing eyes in the dark. You tell me.
So nice, cool. Turn around to the guys and say, "Can you see those eyes?" in a very hushed tone.
Bear comes up behind you.
Handsome, what do your bear eyes?
Yes, they can clearly see them. I'm moving this up. I wish y'all had night vision so I could do that.
I don't know why we're asking for a bear's outlook.
Right?
I think we already.
They only ever have
Yeah.
one outlook.
Yeah.
Nug me.
Like how we're all protecting the bear.
Right.
Good bear.
I'm gonna have you all roll for initiative again,
Oh no.
Ah,
as
Initiative.
I will do that for you. And you see two giant frogs hop out of the water, and they look like they're headed in your direction.
Big
What's he going to do? Nibble your bum?
Are they part of the Frog Nation? Because they will definitely go to war with that bear.
Love it. Ultimecia, it is your turn.
Okay.
Fireball. They're water animals.
I don't actually have fireball yet. Oh.
Wizard
He
are
has
you?
magic-
still have war.
He has magic missile.
We're the magic
works.
missile and poke things
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah, anything with fire.
Are these frogs clearly unfriendly?
They're hopping towards you.
Are they hopping mad?
Are they hopping menacing?
They have a lot of hopium in them.
Yeah, a lot of hopium, huh?
Alright. I'm gonna cast magic missile all on one of them.
All right. I'll roll that for you. So magic missile is you have 3 orbs of force that fly out of your hand. And head. Which one do you want? The one the north or the south?
The top one.
Okay. Let me get my actions. Magic missile. So yeah, it's gonna just shoot right out at him. The top one. Expand this. Top one first damage. Top one second damage. Top one third damage. So the 3 orbs fly out of your hand and do a total of 7 damage to this frog as it pushes it back a little bit. And now you can tell that they want to kill you.
oh, they're pissed.
Rough Ripper, you're up.
Okay. Where's it gone? Oh my god. I'm gonna cast Produce Flame
Mm-hmm.
and hit the top one.
Okay. Do you know how to roll it and put your damage on it?
I can try. So cast is this one, right? Is that right?
Let's read the spell. Actions, produce flame. All right, so produce flame. If flickering flame appears in your hand, the flame remains there for the duration and harms neither you nor your equipment. The flame sheds bright light in 10-foot radius. That's great. The spell ends when you cast it. You can also attack with the flame. Although doing so ends the spell. When you cast a spell or as an action on later turns, you can hurl the flame. So you have to do. You can cast it. Okay,
Yep.
you can throw it in this turn as well. 30 feet. Make a ranged attack, and if you hit, it's 1d8. So the first thing you want to do is do the ranged attack.
Okay, yeah, got it.
So drag the attack onto it, and it's a crit.
Sweet.
A natural 20, and you're attacking the top one.
Yep.
Now
Nice.
drag your damage on top of it.
And it's dead.
Cool. Oh, that didn't work. Hold on.
Oh yeah, 2 plus 2. That's 4 damage. Did
Fish.
you drag it on top of them?
Drag it on top? I don't know.
Never mind. I'll just manually do it. All right, so it's taken 11 damage. The one on top.
Sweet.
Ogre, you are up.
Who's that? Who's up next?
Oh, actually, before my turn ends, can
Go ahead.
I step behind a more tanky player?
Makes
Sure.
sense. Why don't we just like keep the tanky
Behind your
player
bear?
in the front or
Yeah.
the bear?
Okay. Now, Ogre, you're up.
Is the top one still alive?
Yes, it is.
All right. Let's go ahead and nail it with bow and arrow, please.
All right, you take out your bow, and I will actions. Oh, we didn't give you a bow. So let me just roll it for you. You have a short bow, which does 1d6 plus dex damage, and you definitely do hit, doing 5 damage.
That'll do.
Plus your dex, which is probably decent. I didn't do all the rolls. Let's do plus, so it's going to be a total of 6 damage. Well, no, 7 damage, which puts it at 18 damage, and that frog has croaked.
Yeah.
You just say that frog is frog.
Yes.
He did.
This
Wow.
one is dead. I don't know why. Oh, that's frog number 1. That's what's
We still got tank and both of you to attack. We should be able to.
I just
And this in turn.
I started that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Mentioned
Yeah,
And
that.
then
that's
you did it, and then you. So we have these two though.
Yep.
Although I don't know if the frog's turn is going to come before one of theirs.
Yeah, no.
I don't think so.
Because they
Yeah, I
haven't
didn't see
actually done
initially.
anything yet.
They hop forward.
All right, Usagi, it is your turn.
Okay. I want to attack that thing with my short sword.
You are fighting the frog.
I'm going to go to the side. Just go
Mano
look
y
at
mano.
that
I don't have control over my character at this point.
All right. Do you not do your attack with your short sword?
Oh, yeah, I have my thing. I'm not like acting. Hang on. I am for some reason not seeing.
I think you should probably go ahead and do it.
Yeah, sorry. It's just
Do
I'm not
actions.
seeing the map up with the characters and stuff.
Oh yeah, I need to share that with you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Boom. There you go.
Thank you. Oh, but now I can only see myself, and that's it.
Oh yeah, because you can't see in the dark. Just I'll roll it for you.
I'm sorry.
I'll roll it for you.
So right now is Rough Ripper just like describing everything to us?
No, she has a torch.
Oh,
I
You
do
got a
have
torch.
a torch.
Okay.
Yeah,
You got a torch. This
Yeah.
is,
Yeah, we can all see. We're good.
We got torch.
All right, so you grab here's your thing real quick. So in your actions, you have a long sword and a short sword.
What sword?
So you're going for the short sword.
We get a long sword. Why not get that?
Your
usually
attack
use
is
that
at a
one.
+5.
Ah.
I still haven't used my sickle.
And you got it. Yeah, I think that's a hit.
Didn't you like steal that from someone?
No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
that's a hit.
Liberated it from the fallen.
I liberated something else. I actually had that sickle with me, and I chose it because it's shaped like a moon.
Yeah, you do so. You whack him. You do 7 damage to the frog.
Yeah, 7 damage. Nice.
Whammy. And it croaks. No, it doesn't croak. It literally out loud it croaks. And now it's its turn, and it's going to return the favor.
Oh no.
It is going to make an attempt to swallow you.
I'm so scared right now.
All right, so it's going to first make a bite attack on you,
Oh my god.
I'm terrified. Holy
and
crap.
it hits.
Oh no.
You take.
He bited me.
Yep, and you are grappled, which means you
no.
aren't going anywhere, and you're halfway inside its mouth.
No! Like my feet are like, oh!
Means you still got your sword.
Oh, can I
And
stab
you're
him from
inside
the
it.
inside? Yeah.
Yep, it's got you, and then it hops back towards the water, dragging you.
It's gonna try to drown me in there.
And
Is this a frog or an alligator?
it's a frog, man. And up next we have
Stop bear.
the bear is staying next
I think it
to
might be me.
Yeah.
Rough Ripper. Velour, you're up.
Am I within 30 feet? Can I get to them?
Okay, you are, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15. Sorry, everyone, I'm not doing
How
it.
far did that frog just move?
I think it is
He
30.
moved a little
30
bit in
feet
water.
is right there.
Oh, yeah, that's not.
Yeah.
I wanted to try and see if I could take 2 swings at it.
Move like 20 feet.
I guess I have to try and shoot the frog is my option right now.
Sure. You have a bow? Is that correct?
Yes, I have a. Should be on my sheet there. Yeah, I have a bow.
Short bow, yes. Let's roll upon the frog. You get. Ooh, that's gonna be close. 1 second.
Roll a 1 and shoot her in the ass.
1 second. I can't see my screen. That's a hit.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if since she's in combat with it. I don't know if since she's grappled, I would still get sneak attack or not. Not 100%.
You know, since she's grappled, you would not get sneak attack.
Okay, that's what I figured.
But I will give you 1d6 piercing damage. You rolled a 1. Oof. So it's a total of 5 damage though, because you are very excellent with a bow. Anything else you want to do?
I'm gonna try and move as close. I don't know if you moved me all 30 feet, but I want to try and get as close there to her as I can, so I can try and chase and.
You can make it next to her, but you can't do anything this turn.
Yeah, try to pull me out.
All right.
That'd be very helpful.
Grab her.
You gotta Winnie the Pooh that shit.
Ultimisia, you are up.
All right, so can I move and then attack?
You are
I'd
kind
like
of
to
far away
move.
now. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Don't get in my way.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can get up next to Usagi, but you can't
So
attack
Don't get in my
with
way.
a.
Because I'm the closest person and I can actually get to that frog.
Don't move me right there. Move me a little bit up and to the left, so that I'm out of the way, because I can still use ranged attacks.
Sure. Do you want to
just
do
wanna be-
another magic missile?
Yeah, I want to do magic missile all to that one.
Mage hand.
Oh,
Is that like
okay.
Pimp hand?
That's what I was saying. I was like, can you use mage hand to bitch slap her?
Use mage hand to drag her out.
All right, so you've used this is your second level 1 spell, and that'll be all of your level 1 spells for the day.
I don't know how many spells
And-
per day go left.
Oh, okay. So,
So
I'm
you
out of
shoot
spells now.
3 orbs.
That would suck.
3 orbs fly towards the frog. And the frog is dead.
Nice.
Nice.
Is
Hey,
Am I
while
still
you're-
stuck inside the
While you're
frog
still in
while
there,
it's
look for some
dead?
mana potions.
Yeah, that was your
Oh.
second spell per day. So you're down to cantrips now, but you can. I think you still have like firebolt or something.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think I picked all pretty.
All non-attack spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you pull Usagi out of this slimy croaky.
Do I take anything out of the frog? Is there anything interesting in there before I'm yanked out of
Yeah.
it?
Like mana spells or
Um,
mana potions by chance?
She's trying to loot the frogs. Aside.
Listen, I mean, why? I'm already in it. Why not?
Reach down to the tummy.
Yeah.
Shoot it in the
No,
stomach.
you find some worms.
I don't like worms.
So you
Yank me out, guys.
We just watched Dune last night. I'm not about the worms.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
All right, and as you kind of brush yourself off, the bear is licking the face of Rough Ripper, still infatuated with him.
Some help.
You hear a voice, but you do not see where it comes from. And it says, "So you're here to retrieve the jewel, are you? Well, one of you will have to die for that to happen."
I think the
And
bear.
I'm with you.
We actually just came to give you the attention you ordered. That's all.
No,
We have a
and
therapist.
that's where we're going to end our session today. We'll pick
Oh.
up. We'll pick up there next week,
All right.
Right.
where one of you will have to die.
No.
We're off.
I beg to differ.
The therapist will be the one that dies.
I knew we should rock the therapist.
Yeah. So same time, same place next week. Flu, are we going to be doing anything special to kick off the thing next week or no?
So next week is actually we're going to have a very special guest star joining us, which is rumored to be, not that they've already tweeted about this or anything, but rumored to be a member of the Harmony core team. So that's going to be awesome. This week we had Harmony Hub with us, which is one of our great validators here on the Harmony Network. I thank you very much for being here.
Hey, thanks for inviting me.
And we're about to go have lunch, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, awesome. And then other than that, I just want to say thank everyone for tuning in. I'm gonna be posting this one on my YouTube account whenever I get a chance to do so, so that Lazul can possibly catch up and see that we shouted him out a few times.
Beautiful.
All
Well,
right.
I had a lot of fun. I look forward to it. We're still getting the mechanics down. I apologize for the clunkiness if we have any, but we'll get it figured out. We're kind of new to this, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see if one of you does indeed die next week. Maybe 2. Maybe all of you.
Who knows? Party white.
Right now.
All right, we're good. And cut. Mage controller.